I'm from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. On a Tuesday night, I struggled to fall asleep while lying in bed for 3 hours. Eventually, I got up and went for a walk in my neighborhood to ease my mind. At 2 a.m., I strolled down the street when I suddenly recalled an abandoned building situated nearby. I made up my mind to explore the abandoned building despite rumors of it being haunted. Upon reaching the building, its appearance gave me goosebumps. It had broken windows and a massive metal door with a no entry sign painted in red. Nevertheless, being an 18-year-old college student, I was curious. Taking a risk, I climbed through one of the shattered windows to enter the building. To impress my friends, I started recording on my phone as soon as I entered the building. Just for the record, my phone was working perfectly fine without any glitches. The inside of the building was pitch dark, and the only source of lighting was the flashlight on my phone. After a few moments, I had entered a small room. Stepping out of the room, I realized that I was in an apartment. To make my video appear more impressive, I added commentary while recording. I left my apartment and entered the building's main hall. There's a small room under the stairs on the left side of the elevator. I was investigating it when suddenly I heard a clicking sound from the first door. After being frozen for a moment, I returned to the main hall while still recording. Suddenly, I heard a loud thud of metal falling on concrete, which terrified me. Although I wanted to leave immediately, my curiosity urged me to investigate further. I slowly climbed up the stairs without knowing what to expect. Despite the hot August weather outside, it felt unusually cold as I arrived on the first floor. Being a paranormal enthusiast, I knew that when something inhuman is present, the temperature drops, so there was no doubt that something was around. Despite my instincts telling me to turn back, I felt a compulsion to investigate the source of the sound. On each floor, there were 4 apartments that I thoroughly searched but found nothing. As I progressed, a shiver ran down my spine as I realized that the second floor and ground floor were entirely covered in sand, with no concrete or metal in sight. Being alone in that cold atmosphere only intensified the terror that gripped me. I ran down the stairs, and without wasting any time, I climbed out of the window and ran all the way home. Upon reaching home, I drank gallons of water and tried to calm myself down before opening my phone. Eager to hear the sound again, I played the video I had recorded, only to discover that the audio was ruined and my commentary was absent, which was confusing as my phone was in good condition. I couldn't sleep that night. I informed my friends about my solo venture into the building, and they said it was a dumb decision. I kept the video on my phone. In December, while browsing through my gallery, I stumbled upon the footage and eagerly replayed it. To my astonishment, the sound I heard while in the building was distinctly audible in the video. It's bizarre how it was captured so clearly, but I've provided a brief clip for reference. As a shiver ran down my spine, I immediately closed my phone. I never went back to that building ever again. I had never believed in the paranormal. That was until this night when I was with 4 close friends. We ventured towards an old, abandoned trailer that was infamous for its supernatural activity. The owner, along with multiple residents, had warned me about the demonic presence there. Being the new guy in the group, I was to be initiated. It was decided that I would be walking into the haunted back room. Though hesitant at first, my friends managed to convince me. As I entered the room, I was immediately overwhelmed with terror, causing me to run out in panic. My friends found my reaction to be hilarious and attempted to prove to me that it was all in my head. I followed them from behind, hoping to capture evidence of the demon. While my friend went to open the closet, I was suddenly startled by a loud crash, causing me to run away in fear. My friend found it amusing and eventually persuaded me to return inside to resume recording. Later, we reviewed the footage outside the trailer, and what we saw left me terrified.
Dude, I just heard shit in the closet. Yo, bro. Hey. Oh. What the fuck? Oh, shit! Oh. Fucking video! Chase, look at this!
Dude, I saw it. Get the hell out of there, dude!
Loud knocking came from the closet, and we heard tapping on the windows while I captured orbs on camera outside the room. Outside, the trash cans rattled, and I called my friends to investigate. We were hit by objects thrown from an unknown source. The experience was frightening.
I have it on video. You were making that shit. Wait, if you're there, then who's throwing shit?
Huh? I just came back from smoking with Roy. Yeah. They just passed by, I took a hit and they kept rolling.
We have actual fucking proof of that ghost.
As I forced my friend into the car, our car alarm blared as we opened the door. Later, my friend complained of back pain after showering, and upon inspection, I discovered multiple scratches on his back, as seen in a horrifying image. Was it the demon that did it? On a typical evening, my friend and I went to take a stroll. It was approximately 10 p.m. and as dark as it could get. Since I reside in a small village, we typically wander around the streets. There weren't many people out at this time, and we were just conversing while walking. After a short while of walking, we decided to return home. We went up the hill that led to the town area, where the only store in our village was located. However, upon reaching up, we noticed an unusual figure in the distance. The entity appeared to be a woman of abnormal height, draped in a sheet, with a cord or rope tightly wound around its neck. We recorded a video of her. The figure resembled the nun. The dimly lit surroundings made it difficult to see, and the streetlights were not particularly bright. The entity was walking at a slow pace and swaying from side to side in a waddling manner, as if it were either tipsy or injured. It was unclear whether it was approaching us or not due to its slow walk. This sighting was quite unsettling, particularly at late night. After about 30 seconds of observing the figure, we noticed that it was approaching us. At that point, we began sprinting as quickly as possible when we saw that the entity lacked a face or any distinct features. We hoped to avoid encountering it again by taking an alternate route home. However, we suspected that we might cross paths again since we calculated that we would intersect at a particular street. Fortunately, we didn't. The following day, I told the incident to my friend, and she said that she also had an encounter with the same entity. She had seen it while driving past a bar with her sister, on the same street where we thought we might encounter it again. Surprisingly, the figure was moving at an even slower pace than us, and we couldn't understand how we managed to miss it. My friend described the figure in the same frightening manner as we had seen it the night before. After that incident, we never encountered it again. A few days ago, a family friend, whom I will refer to as Buddy for this discussion, informed me of something odd. Buddy believes that he has become host to a paranormal entity, which manifested itself when he and his family moved into a new place. Almost immediately, they began experiencing paranormal activity, such as the presence of shadows and disembodied voices. One night, while exploring the basement of their new home, Buddy stumbled upon something that he had not noticed during their move-in. He discovered a stolen cemetery wreath. This discovery made some sense since the town cemetery was nearby. He was becoming increasingly frustrated with the paranormal activity in his new home. In a fit of anger, he broke the cemetery wreath, and as he described it, every dog in town began to howl. It seemed that at least 20 dogs were howling in unison, which terrified him. Unfortunately, the activity only worsened from there, and Buddy and his family had no choice but to relocate. Despite moving, It appeared that the entity had latched onto Buddy, and the paranormal activity continued to follow him wherever he went. Buddy and his wife Pam have been experiencing some of the most disturbing activities they have ever encountered in their current apartment. They have repeatedly felt as though they were being followed by an entity. In an attempt to gather evidence and prove that they were not imagining things, they decided to set up a phone recording for the night to capture any paranormal activity that may occur. Buddy was filled with horror when he examined the phone recording footage the following day. A 5-second video clip had been recorded after the previous one had concluded. There were no animals or kids present in the household, and no televisions or radios were on at the time. Buddy and Pam were both in bed when the video was captured. The video depicts an unknown entity picking up the phone, followed by the sound of a female voice. The voice does not belong to Pam or any individual known to them. Some individuals speculate that the voice can be heard saying, "Did you tell Daddy to rape me?" Listen to the audio. The tragedy struck almost a night after the unsettling phone recording. Buddy and Pam's 30-year-old daughter, who was 7 months pregnant and a mother of 4 with another child on the way, passed away from an overdose. It's unclear whether the video recording is related to her death. If it is just a coincidence, it's a frightening one.